Colchester Police Station. Hello, Mike.
Stuart, Essex Police, perhaps not surprisingly, are saying very little tonight, but what we know is this. The woman, believed to be Heather Stowe, was 51. She was brought here to Colchester Police Station yesterday afternoon, allegedly drunk and disorderly. She was found collapsed in the early hours of this morning, just before 1 o'clock. An ambulance was called, but she died some time later. The Police Complaints Authority are investigating. Detective Chief Inspector Deke Madden of the Essex Police Force is heading that investigation. Now, our Essex reporter, John Holden, has been following events.
The state of Heather Stowe's garden is, say people who live near her, an indication of her descent into alcoholism. She was known as a good customer of off-licences in Colchester and was apparently often abusive when under the influence of drink. Her next-door neighbour says she clearly needed help.
She should have been in full-time care where they look after people with disorders and, you know, diseases or, you know, mental problems that people may have, you know, like Alcohol Anonymous and stuff.
Heather Stowe was taken into custody sometime yesterday afternoon. The police won't say exactly when. The guidelines state that she should have been checked every 15 minutes. At 1 in the morning, she was found collapsed in her cell and an ambulance was called. The Police Complaints Authority was alerted at 2:30. Heather Stowe regularly pushed garbled notes through letterboxes near her own. In one, she wrote how she didn't expect to live very much longer. A pathologist will now carry out further tests to determine exactly why she died. John Holden, Look East, Essex.
John Holden reporting there. Now, quite coincidentally, the Police Complaints Authority today published this report, Deaths in Police Custody. This is a copy of it. Now, it talks about a number of things, alcohol-related deaths among them, and the code of practice that police officers have to adhere to. One of the things they have to do, apparently, is to rouse drunken detainees every half an hour. The point that the report makes is, what does rouse mean? Does that mean nudging them very gently? And I'll quote just very briefly from the report. It says, the authority has known cases in which a detained person was formally recorded as having been roused and spoken to, when in fact he had died sometime previously.
More about alcohol, Mike?
Sorry, Stuart?
Does it say anything more about alcohol?
Yes, it goes on to talk about medical circumstances. Presumably, if you're rousing somebody, you're checking on their medical circumstances, and the report suggests that, of course, many custody officers wouldn't be in a position to assess somebody's medical condition.
Mike, thank you very much indeed. Well, Molly Meacher is Deputy Chairman of the Police Complaints Authority. She's in our London studio. This investigation is being led by an officer from Essex. That can't be right, can it?
We have a very experienced senior investigating officer, a detective, in whom we do have confidence that he will undertake an impartial and thorough investigation in this case.
But don't you think the public would rather see somebody who is from outside that force?
If there is any indication at any point in the investigation that the public don't have confidence in the development of the investigation, then we will once again seriously consider bringing in an external investigator.
So what will be happening now after this incident last night?
Much happens. The cell is sealed, a post-mortem has been undertaken, all the written documentation has been seized, and now a detailed process of investigation will be undertaken over the next few months.
And we should have a report by when?
Hopefully within about four months.
Molly Meacher, thank you very much.
Service crews from the eastern region are on their way to Italy tonight.